at First Sight Season 10, Episode 10. Welcome back to Church Girls Want to Get Married To. My name is Janice, and I am doing the review from Married at First Sight Season 10, Episode 10. We are about halfway through the marriages now. We are on day 24, day 25. So the couples are really starting to get into being married and working out their issues and that whole drama with Taylor and Brandon. What's going to happen this week? Please be sure to subscribe to Church Girls Want to Get Married To. Please be sure to thumbs this video up. Share this out. Leave a comment for me. Any questions I can answer for you. And please remember my other content. I do other content other than Married at First Sight. So let's just go ahead and jump in. I'm going to be moving a little bit fast today, but we'll get through. So again, we're on day 24 of the marriage. And in this episode, the couples will work on strengthening their bonds through trust and intimacy. You know, trust is a very important thing in marriages. Especially for ladies, we have to be able to trust that man. So it goes to Zach and Mandy. Last week we left off where Zach came over to Mandy's house and they were doing the mask, and she was just so disgusting, talking about, do you want to switch masks? And I'm like, girl, you keep doing and saying the dumb stuff to make him be less and less attracted to you. So apparently she was hoping that Zach was going to spend the night. Well, honey, at midnight, like Cinderella, she said Zach got up and he went home. I just don't understand why. I guess I can see why she can keep hoping that he's going to spend the night. But girl, please, he don't like you. He don't like you. He's not attracted to you. He don't want to be married to you. And then she said, oh, I'm starting to think my parents was right. Duh, your parents are right. That's why they didn't come to the wedding. And I really do feel like Mandy is the type of girl that do all these crazy things, and the parents are just absolutely tired. We all go over to Katie and Derek place, and they're making breakfast while she's getting ready. They both cannot cook. He was trying to make omelets. He didn't know how to make the omelets. So they decided, Katie set up to do a cooking class, and she invited the other couples, which I thought it was nice. We haven't seen them together in a minute. Back over to Mike and Mika. They had a great time last night, but they came home, and it took a turn for the worse. Mike said he needs her to be more vulnerable, to communicate, and to express herself. I just feel as if Mike is trying to come up with different reasons, and I don't know what's going on with Mike. Okay, maybe y'all could tell me in the comment section. They went back and forth about what they need. He needs her to be more vulnerable. She's like, I'm being vulnerable. Mike walked off and he said he left to get some space. And you know, I am quite okay. I don't have a problem with a husband or a wife walking away. If you feel like you're getting to that point where, you know, you might say something, just go ahead and walk away. He said when she talks with her hands, it upsets her. Like she keeps doing this. So I need to next time pay attention if she do this. And some of it is just her mannerism, you know, like I talk with my hands a lot, and that's something I'm trying not to do. I know when I talk with my husband, though, I don't, the head, my husband is not the black man that the head and all that. Ooh, makes me dizzy, but no. Okay, so ladies, we have to be careful when we talk that our tone is correct and our mannerism is right. Dr. Vivian, in her voiceover, talking about if they learn how to communicate, they will have a long and lasting marriage. Dr. Vivian, you are delusional, but I love you, girl. So the group cooking, no Taylor and Brandon. I thought the kitchen was very nice. Zach tied Mandy's apron around her waist, and she was like, ooh, so tight, very form-fitting. You know, anything Zach does for her, she goes crazy, honey. Each couple will cook as if they were cooking for two. I thought that was cute. Mandy says Mike and Mika see in her voiceover, you know, the how they do that. Say, what do you think about the couple? Mandy says she think Mike and Mika's cold toward each other. They're not being lovey-dovey towards each other. I'm sorry, excuse you. Is that being lovey-dovey to you? Mind your business, Mandy. First impossible step for Zach and Mandy, and hope they can share more meals together. She's delusional. So she's like, oh, this is the first meal we're having together in a long time. We're not spending a lot of time together. She is delusional. Boo-boo. It's a group date. It's a group date, okay? Mindy asks about how's their living situation. Of course, Austin and Jessica's doing very good. Katie and Derek also is doing very good. They claim they're doing better than everybody else. And then Derek asks, so what about you guys? Are you guys still living together? And then Mindy's gonna ask Zach, are you ready to move in? Do you want to move in? And Zach is like, Girl, bye. Well, he didn't say that. I'm just saying that for him because that's what he should have said. Derek brought up Taylor and Zach, and if anyone knows how they're doing. Katie asks if anyone knows anything, and then she's gonna call on Mika and say, Mika, do you know anything? And Mika really didn't want to talk about that. Then she talked about the video. Then Katie said, oh, I saw the video too. So Katie, if you saw the video too, why didn't you bring up the video? Why are you trying to put Mika on the spot and say, Mika, do you know anything? Okay, Katie's starting to get on my nerves. Okay, back at Austin and Jessica, they're doing very well. That is the one couple that was matched to last. Okay, so there's a couple that's matched to last. There are couples that's matched to burn. There's the firecracker. There's the bad attitude girl. There is the damsel in distress, which is, I guess, this season is Mindy. Okay, so like I said, I believe the experts match the people. It's not the experts. The producers match the people based on the outcome they want to have. Okay. All right. Taylor and Brandon meets with Dr. Pepper. Taylor says Brandon can start. Brandon's like, no, Taylor can start. Taylor says she's confused because she has done nothing wrong. Taylor, girl, you lie. La 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 la. Your weave is on fire. Okay. Well, let me not say that. Then the black girl came out. This is the first time I have seen Taylor with the head and the hair. I couldn't believe it. I was like, Taylor, no, that's the black girl. Keep her down. Lock her up. Leave her down there. Don't let her come out. She was talking with her head in her head. Well, apparently the video that Taylor made, she made it in front of their building. I guess she probably went out somewhere and Brandon was waiting for her to come back and she made the video outside of their building. Taylor says she told him she's not going to deal with disrespect. Somebody left that in my comment. Please forgive me. Who was it? Oh my God, I said I was going to mention that. But Taylor brought it up again. I love you, girl. You know I love you. And I said I was going to mention it and give you credit. So on my next video, I will make sure I write your name down. She said, I told you I'm not going to deal with disrespect. That's right, ladies. You got to draw that line in the sand. Okay? Draw your line. I am not dealing with disrespect. I'm not dealing with abuse. I'm not dealing with you cheating. I'm not dealing with none of those things. And of course, we know Brandon did that and disrespected her, but treated her not like a lady. Okay? Brandon said, hey, can't get past the video. Are you kidding me, Brandon? Did you forget? I don't think what Taylor did. I think it was wrong. Taylor was wrong. What Taylor did, but it cannot be compared to what Brandon did in Panama. There is no way. If I was Taylor, I would have ran when he verbally abused me in front of everybody else. Okay, Taylor said that. Think about your actions, and that's my point. Like I feel as if Brandon is not thinking like, what did I do to cause her to act and feel this way? And see, this is why ladies and couples, we just have to be fair. Okay, Brandon says she's doing it for the camera. She's not here to be married. She's trying to grow her platform. Taylor's like, what platform? What platform? Dr. Pepper said, put it in the past, move on, and forgive. And you could tell Dr. Pepper was a little shaken up. Lord Taylor said she wants to be sorry. And Dr. Pepper asked, are you sorry? She said, I'm not sure. I totally agree. She's not sure. In her mind, she's thinking she didn't do anything wrong. But you was wrong, Taylor. Okay, I love you, girl, but you was wrong. He said she is not here to be married. So Brandon is still saying, listen, Taylor didn't come here to get married. Thou shalt not try me. That's why I'm wearing my shirt. Mood 24/7. Okay. Brandon is not willing to work on the marriage. It's over. He's done with it. Dr. Pepper was like, you're done? He was like, I'm done. I'm not working on it. It's over. Dr. Pepper said there were so many people who wanted to be married and they chose Brandon. So basically, you're wasting a spot because there were so many people who really, really wanted to be married. He walked out and asked production to take the microphone off. Dr. Pepper told Taylor that she was a good person. She thought she wanted to get married. She's not here for the wrong reason. And then you can see Dr. Pepper got really shaken up and she apologized and said, I'm so sorry. And Dr. Pepper, you could see like Dr. Pepper wanted to cry. And Dr. Pepper, you look really nice with your eyelashes, Dr. Pepper. Love you, girl. Oh, girl. Okay. So, I just thought that Brandon, needed to kind of give a leeway. Like he is like, I'm done. I'm done. But when you verbally abuse her, you wanted her to give you another chance. See, this is what I don't like about some men, okay? Dr. Pepper meets with Mendy and Zach, and you know Mendy just loves seeing Zach. Dr. Pepper's nervous because she wants Zach to move in, but she's afraid that Zach will not move in. And Dr. Pepper brought up, I was scared of that, and I spoke to Zach about what if you meet her and you are not attracted to her, and he said, oh, I'm going to work at it. If y'all match us together, I'm going to fight it. And Dr. Pepper brought that back up to Zach. Like, remember, you said that. Right? Mandy says she feels like a broken record, and you are a broken record, boo-boo. Stop running after him and stop begging him to move in and live your life. Okay, put on some color. Take off those dingy, smelly gym clothes and put on a nice, pretty dress. So when he come over, the man's got something to look at, girl. Ooh, she's getting on my nerves. Dr. Pepper said he has never seen a spouse like Zach on Married at First Sight because he has removed himself from her emotionally, sexually, communication-wise. And Dr. Pepper is worried that Zach really didn't want to get married. I don't think Zach really wanted to get married either. Maybe, like a lot of people are saying, he's doing it for his platform. But that's not his fault. That's the producer's fault who match him. Or he should get out of the marriage now. I do agree. He should get out of the marriage. But apparently, allegedly, if they leave, they have to pay money, like $50,000 or something like that. So, hey, stay or pay the money. Dr. Pepper suggests a breathing exercise, and she says it's not sexual, but it is close. And you know, Mendy likes that. Austin and Jess is baking. They're just boring. They're just the ones that's gonna make it, apparently. So now we go to day 26. Mike invited Mika, y'all, to the yoga studio class because he invited her because he's a yoga instructor. No, you gonna tell me you not a yoga instructor. You are inviting her to a yoga instructor. Girl, Mika got there and asked for Mike, the instructor. That was like, who? Who that? We don't know no Mike. Ain't no Mike that teach here. There's only one Mike that's we know here, and he cleans the rooms, y'all. Mika was like, wait a minute. What? He told me he was a yoga instructor. Lord, she told him to man up. And the next day they talking still was like, you liar, you liar, 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 liar. You need to man up and take responsibility. You always lying. You don't never tell the truth. You ain't no yoga instructor, and you ain't no principal. Well, she didn't say that. I'm putting that in there. Girl, it was a hot mess, okay? Now, look how Mike projects. He said, I feel like a stranger. You're not being vulnerable. You feel strange in the bed that I sleep in. And then, I forgot to mention, Mika said she called Taylor. Oh, why did he say that? Mike was upset. He was pissed that Mika is sharing their business with Taylor. And so now Mike is projecting off of that. I didn't like that, Mike. Stop projecting off of what Mika is saying and just take responsibility. You should have explained. He gave an explanation later, but he should have explained that to her. How I'm looking like I'm showing up for a date, for an activity, and you ain't even there. You're not even teaching the class, okay? He said he's over it. She said, I'm over you lying. And he said, I'm over you. Girl, Mika was like, okay. Taylor meets with friends. I'm not sure who the guy is. I was fast forwarding. Taylor said Brandon has been looking for an out because he doesn't like production and the cameras and TV. And I totally agree with that. I think Brandon has been looking for an out, and this is because it just doesn't make sense. Okay, I agree again. The video was wrong, but you want to tell me because of the video the marriage is over? Forgetting what you did? Forgetting what you did in Panama? No, ma'am. So I totally agree with that. I feel as if I'm not sure who this guy is, but he's the way he's talking about Taylor, like he got a crush on her. He really likes her. He said Brandon is a fool. Taylor's a beautiful girl. She's a wonderful fool. And the guy is a fool. And that's all he has to say. Back at Katie and Derek, they're having wine painting date. I thought that was cute. Me and Mike need to do that. We need to do a painting day. When we do dates, we go on day dates while the kids are in school, and then we could pick the kids up because we don't, like babysitters and stuff like that. Dinner, oh my God, all they know how to make is mac and cheese, the one in the box. Come on, you could season up some chicken, throw some seasoning, and pop it in the oven. And Miss Katie, who always want to be married and have kids, you need to learn to cook. What you gonna feed them kids? Mac and cheese every day, girl? Bye. A few days ago, she said they were sitting down, then they're having their mac and cheese from the box. She said a few days ago, she felt like he wasn't fighting for it, whatever it is. She gave it up, and she said, I gave it up for you for 3 days, but I don't want you to think you got it. He did get it, dada, doo-doo, okay? You gave it up on 3 days. Hello, he probably don't have no respect for you, but, that is his wife. Mm-hmm. And he's like, okay, basically, yeah, no, I don't have it. And, he had became complacent already in 1 month. He became complacent. I feel like he is bored with her. I feel as if Katie is so into Derek, like Mindy is into Zach, that they both need a girl that they have to work for. Every woman they've dated and gone on with has thrown it at them so they don't have to work for it. So, yeah, he don't have to work for it, Katie. Then she says she wants him to be scared of losing her. He ain't scared of losing you. You're scared of losing him. Okay? He said, Derek says he's at the point that he's like, screw everyone else. He's going to make her fall in love with him. Well, what about you falling in love, Derek? She has no problem about falling in love. I think she probably is in love already because, she's 25, she's young, she's dumb and full, don't got no sense. She is probably head over heels in love with him already. So, Derek, what about you? Are you going to be falling in love? Back at Mike and Mika with Dr. Pepper, Mika says every day is a new lie. Come on, Michael. All these lies, we can't keep up. What's going on? We need clarification, explanation, verification, and documentation. He doesn't teach the class there. He cleans the rooms and he gives this weird discussion. Oh, because he's doing the show, they took him off the schedule and there's always a turnover. So the new manager didn't know who he is and she didn't know when he show up and all this. And I'm like, wait a minute. How big is this yoga studio, Mike? How big is it and how many people work there? You want to tell me nobody know you? The only person they know is the Mike that cleans the room. And if this was the situation, did you have a class? You're saying you're a sub. Okay. Did you get a call, text, email, or a telephone call, Mike, that you were going to teach a 6 o'clock class? So you're just going to show up and hope to teach a class? I don't understand. I need explanation, verification, documentation. Okay. Dr. Pepper says he can be honest and say, can he be honest and say that some of the things he has said to her is not true? And he said, yes. Thank you, Mike. Just take responsibility. A lot of time as women and wives, we just need you to take responsibility. Dr. Pepper said, you can't lie to your wife because when you lie, it evaluates you and it makes us not trust you. We want to be able to trust you, man. So you can't lie to us. Tell us the truth. Dr. Pepper asks if he can take responsibility for him not having consistent stories. What is your story? Tell the story. Everything, the story is different. He brought up being adoptive and how he has to protect himself. And I feel as if you're projecting again, Mike. That is something you need to go sit with a counselor and talk about. But you can't keep projecting on your wife. Dr. Pepper said they both need to work on developing trust. Mika goes in her talk about what she's doing and blah, I'm in this and I'm working and blah. And she just, that talk that she does, it just drives me up the wall. And girl, you need something else to say. Mike claims his biggest hurdle is he is uncomfortable in his marriage. Okay, what does that mean, Mike? You're telling her all kind of different stories. Every day is a different story. So how are you uncomfortable? How do you think that she feels? I need to know. Dr. Pepper give them a little prep talk and she encouraged them. Mika was smiling. So that means Dr. Pepper probably make her feel good. Brandon meets with his best man and shows him all the text that Taylor sent him. So I have some stuff that the best man had said. I'm going to do a video of that maybe over the weekend. Okay. So they were talking and when Taylor met with the friends with the guy that was just, oh, she's so beautiful. She's so pretty. I don't know who he is. So if he's a family member, please forgive me. She said they invited her to a cookout and he was like, there's going to be a lot of single guys there. And the other friend that was their female friend said, well, she can't do that. She's still married. And Taylor said she's going to invite Brandon. So I hope he goes to the cookout and kind of hear her out and listen to her. Taylor wants to meet. Brandon is telling the best man that Taylor wants to meet and he's not sure if he wants to meet her. She seems like a sweet and good person, but she has seen the ugly side of him. He has seen the ugly side of her. And that's it, ladies. Once they see that dirty, stinky side of us, it's hard. It is hard for them to get beyond the dirty, ugly, stinky side of us. Even though, Brandon, we've seen the dirty, abusive side of you. And I don't understand how you keep harping on Taylor Lou video, but you're not talking about your abusive ways in the Panama. Okay. So then the couples had to do exercise to grow and trust in intimacy. Jess and Austin spin the wheel. I thought that was cute. Me and Mike need to do that. Lap dance for 30 seconds. He doesn't have any underwear on, so he's not going to do the take the underwear off. They don't do PDA. Jessica saying they don't do public PDA and they keep it behind closed door. The next question was whisper something sexy, and the third was body shot. So Jess said we only have bourbon. She poured bourbon in his navel, and then she drank it out. Ew, I hope it's clean and it's not sweaty. Okay, and then she was like, okay, we go into the bedroom because, she's hot and horny and heavy. Mike and Mika, they did the blind trust activity. I really like that. Mika asked 3 questions. What is your job possession and description? He gave the before and after care instructor. What about the director position, Mike? What happened to that? When you said, Mika's asking, when you said you were done with the marriage, did you mean it? He said no, he was angry. Mika also asked, do you fully understand why it's hard for me to trust you? Mike says yes, he does. He takes responsibility and hope there's a way to grow and move past it. Now, Mike, one thing I can say about Mike, I like that you take responsibility, but then tomorrow you do the same thing. So, hello, insanity is doing the same thing while expecting a different result. You mess up today, you apologize, and then you go back and you mess up tomorrow. I don't like that. We need to grow. Mike had to ask the question, what if you have not accomplished on the bucket list? You want to swim in 4 or 5 different oceans with a turtle or a dove or a whale or a snake or something. I don't know, child. Next question Mike asked, if your family opinion of me were to change, would you stay in the marriage? She said yes, it's important. While her family's important, it's about her and what she likes, and that's important to me too. And then he asked, do you think you will ever fall in love? And she said, it's a possibility, but there's a whole lot of work that has to be done, Mike. You can't expect to fall in love and all these craziness. You keep being all too much instability, and we have to be stable. Zach and Mandy, honey, Zach, Mandy love to be on Zach, so they did the activity is the tantric ritual, and it's some kind of yoga touch. It's so romantic, child. Oh, I told her, I said, oh, me and Mike need to go do it, but we need to do the hair, with the kids in the hair. We could put the instructor on. Go, bye. Okay, Mandy has to sit on Zach's lap, and he was holding. You could tell he was holding his breath. He was like. She came and sat on him, and he was like. Holding his breath. They are to breathe and look in each other's eyes, and Mandy was just loving it, honey. And they're to synchronize each other's breathing. She grabbed him around her neck and wrapped her legs around him and didn't want to let him go, honey. She was like this. I'm not letting you go. I ain't gonna let you go. I'm not gonna let you go. You gonna move in with me? Where you gonna move in? Okay, fine, she didn't do that, but that's what I saw in my head. Oh my God. Wow, I thought that was funny. Zach said there were feelings that came up, and that's important. So maybe he felt stimulated. I don't know. Back at Katie and Derek, they played the tower game, and I fast forward through them. They were just boring, and she's just annoying. So basically, that's it. I'm trying to do these episodes just a little bit quicker, no more than 25 to 30 minutes. So basically, that's it. I really do think that Brandon and Taylor can try to work through their things. We already know they're not going to work out. Spoiler alert. But I hope that they can work through it and finish this process. So let me know, what do you guys think? How did you like this season? Ooh, can anybody help me? What's going out with Mike and Mika? What's up with the job? I need clarification, documentation, verification. Hello. Thank you guys for watching. Please be sure to subscribe, thumbs this video up, share it out if you can. Love you. See y'all later. Bye. Have a good day, beloveds.